You're gonna love him. Put your hands together for Nik.
Hi, how's everybody feeling? Let's try it again. Hi, how's everybody feeling? Is it still not working or? Yeah, it's all right? Okay, cool. Brexit. It happened, people. It really happened. Like, I am very much aware that for the last few years there's been a number of jokes about it, but I've been really waiting for this moment for a while now. So I'm gonna crack a few for you. How do I describe Brexit? Brexit is basically if you have like an argument with your girl and she's like really pissed off. She's like proper pissed off. She's at the door, holding the handle, shouting in your face, I am leaving. I am gone. You know, I am done. I'm gone. I'm leaving. That's it. But she stays like this for 3 years. Like she's just there. And the worst part is that she continuously has debates about it as well. Like, I'm gone. Or maybe I should stay. No, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm leaving. But maybe we can negotiate, you know? Because then she realizes that she just lives across the street. And she goes, maybe you can still come. Not stay, but you can come, you know? While she's standing there on that door for 3 continuous years, non-stop, she has also spent 200 billion euros, by the way, which, as a fact, is her rent in that house for the next 50 years. But who's counting? You know what's the actual worst part of this? She's still there. She's holding that door. You've moved on. Your life is so much better. You know, you have a nice place. You've rearranged it. You have even a new girlfriend. She's like, who's that? And you don't even remember anymore. She's like, I don't know, love. She's gonna leave at one point, I don't know, you know? Because in the beginning you try to convince her, like, don't go, I love you, baby, please, don't. We can make it, like, everybody in the house loves you. You should stay. But by the end you're just like, move, bitch, you know, get out of the way. It really is, in my mind, the perfect example of what Brexit is. Now, I said that I've been waiting for this moment for a while, and the reason for this is that I'm actually one of those Bulgarians and East Europeans who actually lived permanently in the UK while Brexit was happening. And I did Brexit myself, so as I said, I do feel like I have to share a bit. Now, I'm sure that, like most of you, you were really shocked how this happened, and well, I am as well. But the fact of the matter is that when you live in the UK, you realize that there are actually two faces to that country. You know, half of the people there are those, you know, Mary Poppins, Charles Dickens-looking motherfuckers who drink their tea with milk, have a bulldog called George, you know, could meet you on the street like, hello, how you doing, you alright? You know, they're really the nice people. The other half, however, I don't know how to describe it. The other half is basically what happens if you only marry your cousins for 1,000 years on a lonely island. They're what I believe Americans call white trash. They really are. It's a country that has permanent schizophrenia, you know? Half of it is the symbol of like business and culture and intellect and status. And the other half is the symbol of tracksuits and barely graduating high school and living off the government and selling drugs at the age of 12. Yeah, it's really different. Like, they are so strange, like, I swear to you, like, even with their language, they invented the English language and they do not speak it. No one in that fucking country speaks English. Like, trust me, I was really shocked. I moved there in 2015 and basically I was immediately like, I faced reality. Like, my ultra racist colleagues kept reminding me on a daily basis, you're not in Bulgaria anymore, mate. It's called a lorry, not a truck. It's called a biscuit, not a cookie. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So in most countries, you're an asshole, but here, you're a cunt. All jokes aside, my colleague said that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it really was. But yeah, really, to understand is that it's not just the words that they use, it's also their pronunciation. I mean, let's be honest, we all recognize British accent. And can we all be serious about the fact that there's something marvelous about the complexity and sophistication of that language. But the fact of the matter is that no one except the Queen speaks like that. And it does make sense because the Queen, like me, like you, is not English, she's foreign. So I'm guessing, like us, she had to learn proper English in school. So what actual British people speak is what I call street English. Now, one day I was practicing my street English, and at one point I got enough courage, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. So I went to the most British place, full of British people, or McDonald's, as they call it. Got in there, went to the counter and said, free cheeseburgers, and I'll be honest with you, I genuinely expected Stormzy to come from somewhere and go, you're never too big for your boots. That's not how it went. I'll be honest with you, that's not how it went. Unfortunately for me, the obvious heroin addict who was working there looked at me and just said, do you like chips with that, love? I did not know what they said. I just said, just give me my burger, I go home. Motherfucker. But you get used to it, you know, you really, really get used to it. I mean, the discrimination, the weird language, the complete lack of any sense of humor whatsoever. And then the election then came, and then it was Brexit. I woke up the morning, I checked the elections, and I'm like, well, I hope they have nice concentration camps for me at least. Yeah, well, I couldn't understand it, really. I really couldn't. Luckily, it was just at the time when my company was having its annual pub crawl. How many of you know what a pub crawl is, by the way? Yeah, a few? Okay, for those of you that don't know, pub crawl is basically how British people behave in Sunny Beach. They just do it in their own country. So you go in 10 pubs, drinking 10 different drinks, which of course can only either end in disaster or cocaine. But anyway, I decided that, you know what, we're moving from pub to pub, and it's nice, not pretentious, English working class people, and there will be no one better for me to ask, like, what the fuck just happened, you know? So I was getting a few drinks in me, I was already a bit wasted, and as they call me, I'm a cheeky bastard. So I went to a bloke, he was just peacefully having a drink, and I went and said, hello mate, how are you doing, alright? Yeah, I'm alright, which is hello in English, the way they talk it. And I'm like, sorry mate, did you vote yesterday? He said, yeah, I did. And I said, well, how did you vote? He said, to leave, of course. And I should have stopped there, but I really decided to carry on. I said, well, you know what, I'm actually Bulgarian, and European, of course, and I'm quite curious why every single guy in every single bar I asked had the exact same answer, and that's the real kicker. He kicked the fucking Muslims out. I was quite shocked. You know, I always had those three consecutive answers. A, wow, that was racist. B, I'm pretty sure that's not what the vote was about. And C, yeah, I better get going, you know? And the fact of the matter is that there is no reason, there is no logic in Brexit, there is no sense, you can't really make of it. The only thing that keeps me going and should keep you going is that 3 years from now, when they finally leave, because they still haven't really left, have they? We will all be left with the surprise of this guy when he realizes that the only people that left after Brexit are the British. Thank you very much, Jordan.
Hell yeah. Yeah, now you're